Hi, everybody, and welcome to Evolve Love. I am your host, Amanda, and I am so happy that you have found this podcast. Are you looking for daily inspiration, motivation, and wisdom to help you begin your day feeling supported and uplifted with love? Well, you have come to the right place. This podcast is a space of encouragement where you can be held in your self-development because in order to evolve, you need love, and it begins here with you. Now, let's get into today's episode. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. This is so exciting because we are heading not only into the weekend, but we are heading into the weekend that holds the first day of summer 2026. So that is exciting. I always feel such a brightness with summer. Summer is its own vibe, right, in and of itself. And today's episode kind of like really harnesses on that as well. So I'm so excited for you to be here at Evolve Love. I hope that you have enjoyed this week diving into the superpowers of your birth chart. And I really hope this is just the beginning of it. I hope that we really go farther with this. I hope that we continue to stay curious and stay exploring in what we dive into. I just think there is so much there, and I'm excited to do it for myself, and I'm excited for you to do it too. So today, Friday, our Venus day, the focus is always here about our love, our creativity, the romance of life, just how to bring the beauty into our days. And I don't think we should just do this on Fridays. However, this is on the podcast where we focus on it. And through this week, talking about our superpowers, talking about our gifts, I looked up to see, and the moon is in the sign of Leo today. And with Leo as a sign, this is main character energy. Okay, if you know anything about the Leos, it's like the lion, right? We are proud, we are strong, we are regal, we show who we are. There's a brightness to it. Leo is ruled by the sun. There is just so much golden energy. Like, I don't know how to explain it any other way when I visualize this. But when I was thinking about it for our Friday, and how does this apply to the week that we've had and the topics that we've shared with this notion of main character energy, this has really been coming up for me lately. It's something that I heard, years ago, and I feel like it's kind of a trending phrase to be like the main character or whatnot. But with the exercise we did yesterday, and if you haven't listened to that, I do recommend it because it kind of ties in here. When I think about main character, I think it's all about owning who you are, being proud of it, and being that main character role in life. Like, it's really funny because I had a moment, and I don't know when it was, but I feel like when I had this moment, I never looked at life the same. And it was this realization that I had, and I think I was like a teenager at the time, but I had been living my life so much in the space of myself. I wasn't really seeing how like others' lives played into mine. I was really only like focusing on mine. And then I looked around. I think I was like on the bus, honestly. And I was like, wow, even though right now I feel like I'm the only person on this bus, I am not the only person on this bus. And it shifted my concept of main character because I no longer felt in charge of my role. I felt like I was just like a fish in a large sea kind of thing. And I feel like so many of us have this. I think it like happens with like psychological development as we go through our life. But I did a piece about this. I don't know if I've shared about it here on the podcast. I may have, but I've shared about it in other spaces before. But the piece was this whole concept of like one dancer began walking just like down the street, down the path on the stage, okay? And all of a sudden, other people just started coming in, dancing, walking by, doing different things. And there were different settings that we went to. There was a fountain, there was a field of flowers, all using the dancers, like creating these places and these moments. And the piece goes on, like, just this own dancer has become like engulfed in all of these, but yet she started alone. She started on her path, not even being aware of the others that were around her. And when the piece ended, she continued walking as everybody else reversed their entrances back off. And it was like this feeling of, a lot of the time we feel like we are like the only one in our story, but there is so much going on around us, and there's so much that we are a part of. There are so many storylines that we are a part of. And this whole like concept like really came up for me with main character energy, because it kind of shatters that view. But now it's like how to reclaim that, how to make yourself not feel so small, how to stop staying hidden. And yesterday when we did the exercise with the gift in our visualization, I mentioned too that this might be an item or a concept that you have hidden, just like it was hidden within the gift that we unwrapped. So for you, with your main character, with this energy, with your superpowers, what is it that you are hiding? And this is a deep thing to go into here, because if we are like hiding something or fearful of showing a true part of ourselves for what others may perceive that as, I think we are doing not only ourselves a disservice, but society a disservice, because so many people are craving and searching for the truth that you hold. But if you keep it within, you're never going to have that moment to let it out. And those people that are looking for it are never going to have that moment to receive it either. So in our main character energy with this Friday, I want us to really stop hiding, stop holding back. Because we have so many gifts. We have so many superpowers. And there is no gift that is too small, too anything, too large, too out there, too like not out there enough. Like we can really like nitpick our gifts, but they're a part of us for a reason. And that's why I'm excited too about diving more into our charts, if that's something that interests you, because I think there's just layer upon layer upon layer that is going to show up for you. And some of it is going to be hard. Like some of this birth chart stuff is not easy. Some of it is like a little bit of like gloom and doom kind of feel, but like in the way that we work through it to get to our next level of being. This is your life, Be bold, be who you want to be the main character. The way that you envision yourself, that's who you should be. And the way that you are feeling in a given day, honor that, be true to that, be with that. So we are really going to put this into practice today. And as we go into this weekend, because summer is beginning this weekend. So how can you make this summer be your main character summer? How can you go into this summer being just completely and totally you, and whatever that means, and just in a way, putting yourself first. And there's nothing selfish about that. And just really honoring what it is that is coming up for yourself. So today, our beauty practice is to just be us. And how cool is that? It's not going to involve you buying anything extra or showing up in any specific way other than the way that you are wanting. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. I'm looking forward to checking back in with you next week with a whole new theme and topic. But I'm so grateful to you for being here. I'm so glad that you are here and a part of this ride. And please feel free to DM me over on my Instagram at _evolve_love, because I love hearing from you. I love hearing what resonates or what connects with you. And I'm so looking forward to doing more and showing up there more too. Like summer for me is an inspiring time. It's a very creative time for myself. And so I'm looking forward to bringing some of these creative ideas to life that I have in my mind. And I hope that you'll be there to join me in that too. So I hope you have a great weekend, as I said, and I will check in with you next week.